はい、こんにちは。ディスコエリジウムザファイナルカット続きをプレイしていきます。タイタスから一部始終を聞き出したので、クラーシュに突きつけに行きましょうと。いうことです。行きましょう。あっち行ったりこっち行ったり。行った。
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired,
うん。
consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
おう。ハーディーボーイズが真相を話してくれたぞ。
I understand.
ここまでね。はあ。
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
驚かないんだな。こうなることを予測してたってわけか。
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
そうだな。何の時間だったんだ、これ。
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
その程度の答えじゃ納得できんな。
You're right. There's more.
続き。
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
なるほど。
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
今回の件と RCM が倫理機関と関わってることとどんな関係があるというんだ。
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
どういうことだ？あんたは一体何をしでかしたんだ？
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
なるほどね。
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill. Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard.
あんた一体何をしたんだ？
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol. Or even in Orania.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again.
産業スパイ。
With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers. 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lou's doing County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy
パッパロ
products.
ッロ。そいつはまたえらく厄介な立場に自分を追い込んだものだな。
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting, a lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
奴が死んだ夜ここで何があった？
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
その時の様子を具体的に教えてくれ。
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
その後どうなった？
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
おい、タバコ危ないぞ。
Oh.
こんなことになってさぞ辛かったろう。
So am I.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
タイタスが言うにはあんたは結構ハイな状態にあったらしいじゃないか。
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
じゃあ何をしてたんだ？
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
下の階に駆け下りた後はどうした？
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
話を進める前にそのルビーってやつが誰か教えてくれ。
Ruby. You know, the leader.
リーダー？
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
ハーディーボーイズのリーダーはハーディじゃないのか？
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
おー。いないな。
Would you say she is the
8人目か
eighth
これが。
Hardy boy?
8人目のハーディーボーイズと呼べる人物ですか？
Why not?
よし、話を続けるか。その後はどうした？
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
うーん。
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
それでその後はどうなった？
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
奴らが男を吊るしている間、あんたは何をしてたんだ？
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
そのルビーとかいう奴は今どこにいる？
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
タイタスか。
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
その時銃声は聞こえたのか？
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
銃声はそこまで大きくなかったということか。このことは弾丸の飛距離を計算するときのために覚えておいた方がいい。なるほどね。銃声が聞こえない距離だったと。相当遠かったんだろうね。レリーを殺したのはあんたか？これそんなわけないけどね。まあ一応聞くか。
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
うん。まあ別にここ突っ込むことじゃないよな。そうか、他にもいくつかあんたに聞きたいことがある。
Like what?
あんたを追っている連中に殺された可能性はないか？
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
うんうんうん。
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
そうね。じゃあなんで殺されたんだって話だよね。どちらにしろ検証してみる価値のある情報だと思う。
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
逃亡中の身でありながらなぜ警察に連絡を入れた？
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth.
そうは思えない。なぜ通報した？
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that light threw stones at him.
あのクソガキが石まで投げ始めて。
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope...
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then?
ん？ あれすら嘘だった。誰が通報の電話を入れたというのだ。クラーシェじゃないの？だから通報したのだよね。警察に通報したのは間違いなくこの女です。うん、だよね。これ何？意志力。あれすらも嘘だった。誰のこと言ってんだ？まあいいや。窓ガラスが交換されたのはいつ？
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it. I told you I'm a horrible girl. I told you things break around me.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene.
う
It's
ーん。
right there.
窓の向こうの彼女の寝室でか？
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
話は以上だ。今のところはな。
She nods silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her?
なるほど。
She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
これなんだ？いい加減目を覚ませ。何の話だろうな。行ってみようか。スキルたちが操られている男を死に追いやった愛。通報の電話を入れたことも嘘かもしれない。秘密の通路について話し合った。行こ
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and
う。
just. at
そ
all.
んなことある？
She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. See?
キム、俺たちはなぜまだこの女の逮捕に至ってないんだ？
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
思うに署に通報したのはあんたじゃない。
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
時間か。そういうのって記録されてんのかな？
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
何も言わない。
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
あんたの本名はクラーシェ・アマンドゥじゃない。
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
何がいいんだ？
Okay, it's not.
よし、本当のことを話してみろ。
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied.
なるほど。
Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
パスポートを大事に隠してあるって話も嘘っぱちか？
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
その部位はどこにある？
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds, on the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
うん。その部位を確認させてもらう。
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a broken sewage pipe, right near the waterline.
あんたの本当の名前はなんて言うんだ？
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism.
うん。どうしようか。あんたのことはこれからもクラーシェと呼ぶことにする。
That's cool.
She doesn't feel like a Clausia. She feels like nothing.
37年のミス・オランイエだったというのも嘘なんだろ？
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can, for lying. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
今からあんたを逮捕すると言ったらどうするクラーシェ？
Clausia. It was my first real boyfriend who gave me that name. He never recovered from the shit we went through. Because of me.
相手は誰だったんだ？
He was a writer. He made Oranizlet. And I destroyed him. I know I'm shit. I know. But I haven't done anything. At least nothing illegal.
Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
あれ、どれも逮捕する流れだな。産業スパイで逮捕するのはあれだから、今回の殺人事件の被疑者として、身柄を拘束する。これ真ん中よくわかんないよね。心理戦ごっこはもうおしまいだ。あんたを連行する。こっち。
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no.
But there's nowhere to go. A two-story drop to the plaza mosaic. If she could, she would have run before. Fragile, unshielded. Her voice is thin and tired.
I think I know who did it. I know who shot Leslie. You know it wasn't me. Why would I do it? I have no motive.
She knows something.
何か知ってるのか？奴を撃ったのは誰なんだ？
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she's gearing up for this betrayal is hard for her.
Ruby.
ええ、なぜ彼女がやったと思うんだ？
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
はあ、というと？
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but
地上のもつれ、もつれ。
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
she said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
うん。その話をどう解釈したものか。
I know what this sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
That is a little strange. People don't usually keep things together under stress like that.
個人との関係を終わらせなければ良くないことになる。ルビーがそう言ったとき、それは確かにあんたに対する脅しだったのか？
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
なるほど。で、彼女がどうやって奴を殺したというんだ？
you said there was a secret route there, right?
うん。
She could have come up through there, then taken the shot. Right here, where I stand. It was too dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
おー、確かに可能だな。
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes. She's been up here many times. She used to come to drink on the roof when,
うん。どうした？
the peephole. My bed is right next to... She would have seen us.
You mean to suggest she made it?
No. No. Why would she do that to herself? No, I just remembered you told me about it, and
She's not really sure. It was right above the bed. She could have seen all sorts of things from there. Don't let your imagination run wild here, sire. Keep it on track.
よし、ルビーについてはこれくらいにしよ
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you.
よし、とりあえずだがあんたにはこの場にいてもらうことにしよ
thank
手
you.
錠を隠した。
Thank you. You won't regret it.
Something tells you, you will.
なぜかお前は後悔することになる気がしている。とりあえず一旦話題を変えよ
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
改めてあんたがついた嘘について話をしよ
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We
Oh.
demand her anxiety. She nods.
う。
Then
特にか。
nervously,
Okay.
she slowly. As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.
なるほどね。愛ってそういうことか。ルビーの彼女への愛か。思った通りだった。
If it weren't for her, he would not have been there. The shot would not have connected with his soft palate.
結局彼は愛にとどめを刺されたということか。
She's silent, holding on to her coffee mug. No vapor rises from it. It's cold. It appears this one has not been entirely corrupted. This may help. This may help the others see.
何も言わずにクラーシェの答えを待つ。
Yeah. I'd like to think he didn't love me. Or that it was chemically induced and not real.
なぜだ？
Easier that way.
本当にそうだったのか？
I don't know.
There's a nod. The smallest of nods.
思考を終了しちゃう。あ、そう。ガラスを見るか。
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
視覚計算。多いね。もうなさそうかな。よし。じゃあこれで。
This window is pristine on the A vague sense of
Wow.
disappointment fills you. The glass shimmers as if taunting you with its secrets. You get the feeling this room would tell you something crucial if you only knew how to listen.
もう一度確認させてくれ、キム。俺たちはここで何を見出すべきなんだ？さっき弾道とかって言ってたよな。
I'm not exactly sure either, to be honest. My imagination has a way of failing me. It's a weakness.
もう一回ちょっとスキル振るか。視覚計算。OK。
This window is pristine on the inside.
さすがにいけるでしょ
Next to it, light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. Golden light
Okay.
melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
二人の体勢はどんなだ？
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain, ending him.
奴の息の根を止めるために弾はどこから飛んできた？
From the roof outside, Location
う
A
ー
prime.
ん、やっぱすぐ
The
そこ
glass
だ。
fractures around the bullet
そこだったら
hole.
なんか銃声
Sharp
聞こえ
face
そうだけど
angles like
ね
a。corona behind the woman's back.
亡霊のような形を観察する。
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
屋上の方を見てみる。
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
硝煙反応が残ってるはずじゃないか？
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
つまり何か、俺は屋上が発砲地点だったことを 80% くらい確信してるってことか。
72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition. A Belma-grave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short.
う
The
ーん。
perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside, in the darkness. Too busy with their own bodies.
部屋の中で撃たれた可能性はひょっとしたら屋上よりももっと近くから。A ダッシュ地点、つまりこの屋上以外の場所だった可能性は、なくはないけど、その後すぐ下にルビーがいたと考えて、ルビーを犯人だとするのであれば、この辺が妥当だよね。
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there
う
aren't any.
ん。発砲地点はここよりもっと遠いところだったとは考えられないか？
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every
全土を
possible
回
point
っ
of
て。
origin in Martinez?
マルティネーズ全域が入るように半径を広げてみる。
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay.
B
Let's
ダッ
call
シュ。
them B prime.
3箇所あるな。
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for land's end, and B triple prime for the islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
B ダッシュ地点遊歩道を見てみる。
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance.
遠
A
いな
skilled
ぁ。
sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
B ダブルダッシュ地点ランズエンド。
1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
無理がありすぎる。トリプルダッシュ地点小島。
1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the bay of Martinez perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
キム、屋上よりももっと遠いところから弾丸が撃たれた可能性についてどう思う？遠くといってもマルティネーズ限定だが。
From where, precisely?
ほう。そうだな。B ダッシュ、B ダブルダッシュ、B トリプルダッシュあたりだ。
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
うん。ありえなくはないって感じだな。
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Roll these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
もうこの辺足跡とかなくなっちゃったね。いやー、これはまた新しい容疑者というか。まあでもなんか近づいてる感じはあるっちゃあるな。あれだ。おじいちゃんに。誰この人。
Officer,
あ、この人だ。
care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
ルネはどこだ。
The prick is gone.
え
I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
そうなのか。そうなるともう昨日行ってしまったわけか。
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
うん。まあ、この辺聞くのは野暮だよな。ルネよ、安らかに。
Yes. In peace.
死んだ男について何か知ってるか。
Everything, really? I
違うん
probably
だよ。
knew him better than... You meant the teacup in the tree, didn't you? I don't...
えこれスズランのことを尋ねたいのだが、もういないということか。
Oh, sorry of...
Host Almighty, he's a total
everything, really?
そうか。ちょっと遅かったか。昨日聞くべきだった。でも昨日はそのスズランゲットしてないもんな。うん。だから漁師たちの小屋に行くってことね。うん。ストヤブリのリーダーにタトゥーについて尋ねろ。忘れてる。まあ、いっか。じゃあ、今回はこの辺で一旦区切りましょう。はい。では、よろしければ次回もご覧ください。ご視聴ありがとうございました。